Whenever I even see things over my boyfriend's shoulder, sometimes I like flinch away being like, I'm so sorry, even though like it's literally him playing like the dumbest game on earth.
I wish
they
you were
have
looking
the
at like
funniest
tits.
hobbies.
I know. And sometimes he's trying to get us into phone games because I'm like, oh, I really want to, I want to like play
That's
The
a sign of
Sims.
respect in their culture, though.
It is. I know. And I feel bad that I'm like,
Welcome back to None of My Business, the show where we bring you a stranger's most intimate sex and relationship stories as told by a really funny guest. I'm Sophia Benoit, your host, and this week our guest is the hilarious Nora Princiotti. But first, before we get to her, my co-host Kelsey June Jensen.
hi.
Hi.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good, right?
Pretty good. You tell me that you're not on dating apps right now, but you have
I'm
been
not.
historically.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Yeah.
having a period of peace, a Pax Hermana for me.
Yeah, I feel really good.
This is more of a memory thing, but when you were on the apps
Yeah.
and people reach out, do you want somebody to reach out with something like personal or a question? Or are you okay with just like a hi?
It really depends. Like if they're
How hot they are?
how hot they are. If they're just saying hi, I'm like, okay, you seem like you're trying to be chill. You know what it actually really depends on? Their photos, their pictures. Because I'll like, depending on what they say. But then if someone like messages me and is like, so now as a kid, like how was your relationship with your mom? Which sometimes they do, or they're like, pick between these two, love or compassion. And I'm like, I responded to that one time and I was like, what do you even mean?
Really, love or compassion was the choices?
Okay, he gave me 3 and it was like 3, it was like love, compassion, or like loyalty. I swear to God. And I was like, he was like, choose them or put them in order. And I was like, well, they're like, 2 of them are kind of the same thing. They kind of all fall under the same veil.
Components okay.
Then he responded back and he was like, are you a difficult person? And I was like, oh
my God, no, but you are. You are. I would have blocked them in so fast.
Yeah, bye. Ew.
I feel like a lot of people hate the just hi because it doesn't really give you much. But I also will say that if I don't understand how this dichotomy even became a dichotomy, but you know when people ask beach or mountains? That, for some reason, drives me insane.
Really?
Insane.
I'm fine with that, actually, because I'm like, we have a lot to work with because I'm from Salt Lake City. I'm like, I love the mountains. I'm a mountain girl, but also I love the beach. So I'm like, I can give you a little bit of a history lesson on me.
That's really nice.
I'm fine with it.
I'm realizing now that I think that question bothers me because I'm a miserable person. And I'm like, I'm not really big on either.
Hate them both. So
gotta hate them both.
But
and then
you
I just
learn
stop
a lot
the conversation.
about
I'm kidding.
that. Okay.
I just don't think you learn that much about people other than like, I grew up at the mountains.
Well, if they're interesting, they'll go into details and say some cool stuff.
I just found out I'm not interesting.
No, well,
Good.
If you said you're miserable and you don't, that would teach me so much.
That would teach you something.
Already. So tell me more about that.
I would play along.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
Do you ever message them first and do you just say hi?
I have, yeah.
Just a hi.
Just a hi. Or they're like, have a picture of them drumming and I'm like, cool, yeah, I know about drums.
Do you have...
I'm serious.
God, replying to somebody online and saying, hi, I know about drums. That would work for me.
Yeah.
That's actually such a good opening line. It's not a question. It's actually just an assertion of knowledge.
Do you know what, actually? I kind of like that. When someone will message me and they just like say something, not really a question, but like have a statement, like a funny statement about one of my photos or something.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, now we're working. Now we're in the kitchen.
I do know this isn't exactly an opening line, but I talked to a guy one time who was like, I have the best possible prompt ever on my, he was dating women and he was like on my Hinge, I guess, or something. And it was like, what's your most controversial opinion? And every answer everybody gives for things is boring at this point. Like there's
pineapple
nothing
on pizza.
I mean, yeah, but like there's nothing to do for anything, right?
Yeah.
But his was, I think that the song All Too Well by Taylor Swift is better, the original version, rather than the 10-minute version, which is so controversial. And he was like, women would message me like crazy.
That is a good one.
Just to fight with me about it. And I was like, he was like, he cleaned up, but I like the like starting kind of with a fight. Like they came in and they were like, hi, you're wrong.
I actually do too.
That's kind of fun.
Love to start off toxic. No, but I'm just like, yeah, let's banter about this. And can they keep up?
Kelsey, today's episode is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait for you to find out all of the stories that Oliver, not his real name, told me before the show.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know any of the stories.
I do
Our
not.
guest, Nora, does not know any of the stories.
No.
So it's going to be very fun for you guys to hear them. He's such a sweetie pie. We're going to be talking about things like kink clubs and living with an ex and accidental foursomes.
Girl,
Get ready. Get ready. It's going to be so
get in
much
the
fun.
Jeep.
Are you ready to hear all of our stories?
Yeah.
You're so excited for it.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, it is. You should be that excited. He's like one of the sweetest people I've ever talked to. And he's British, spoiler alert, which
Oh
is
my
like
Lord.
even more fun, right?
Whale shoe.
Exactly.
Okay.
Today's guest.
Yeah.
As soon as we met her, we started talking about scooters in New York and running around and your chaotic lifestyle when you visited New York.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was the first thing we spoke to her about.
Yeah. I was
much.
like, nice to meet you.
Hit the ground running with Nora.
Yeah.
She's, again, the host of We're Obsessed. She's the host of every single album. She's the author of the book Hit Girls. She's so funny. We're going to have such a good time. Are you ready to get into it?
Beyond.
Nora, welcome to None of My Business.
Thank you for having me. I've been calling myself a NOMBY.
Thank you. Thank you for
Aw.
calling yourself that, though.
Okay, because it's not a NIMBY.
It's not a NIMBY, it's a NOMBY.
It's a NOMBY.
It's a NOMBY.
Oh, I love that.
I feel really special to be a NOMBY with you.
Oh, we have
with
a
you
Nami
ladies.
here.
Oh my gosh,
Yay.
we're so excited to
Welcome.
have you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're so thrilled. This is our first time meeting in person. We love you.
I know, but I feel like I've known you forever because, or not forever, but really for the duration of the We're Obsessed podcast because you have been bestie to the pod. But then Kelsey, I feel like I got to meet you today and
Yeah.
we're starting a whole new thing.
We're starting a whole new thing on camera. It's beautiful.
It's crazy because I do feel like I already know you too from We're Obsessed because I'm like, yeah, I know about that. Your opinions on that, I know
Yeah,
that.
I know. I'm like, yeah, I know.
It is also very funny because I actually owe you a huge debt of gratitude because you are the guest host that has allowed me to go on vacation.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
Oh,
thank you.
Oh my God, I
Thank
love
you.
that.
Okay.
That's a vacation step in. Wow, that's fun.
Wow.
I think that I knew that you and I would get along when I, on the podcast, unknowingly called something private equity food. And I got like the stare of stares from Jody and she was like, are you talking to Nora? Because she says this is private equity.
There's
food.
private equity food and there's private equity skincare.
Yes.
And those are
Okay.
two things that like make intuitive sense to me, but I do understand that not everybody
Wait,
speaks
yeah.
this language,
What do you
but
mean?
we do.
What do you mean?
Like
Let's
there are
break it down.
certain like med spa chains
Okay.
that you just know are using a lot of private equity money.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
And they
Right,
really,
right.
there's like always a weird promotion and they're gonna shut down and they're not to be trusted.
Yes.
Like I once
Yes.
won actually my fiance won it and then gave it to me. I won a Morpheus 8 laser treatment
Okay.
after a Barry's boot camp. And I decided I couldn't go because it was a private equity skin. Like, and not
Okay.
even for moral reasons. I just was like, I shouldn't let them put lasers in my face.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a good idea. I am a cautious person by nature. The
Oh,
odds
this is
that this
good.
would have been fine are very high.
Yeah.
But I removed myself from this situation.
I feel like
Okay.
this is going to be
Okay.
a really great, fun episode for me because we kind of have, I feel like there's kind of two major groups of guests, which is aligns with Kelsey on a lot of stuff and a little bit more chaotic, or aligns with me on stuff and is a little more cautious. So this is going to be a thrill because so far almost everyone has been in the
Everyone's been a Kelsey.
Everyone's been a little bit.
most people have.
Yeah.
There's a
yeah.
couple we've had
They've
you
we've
know
had some
sometimes
middle nombies.
but there's
yeah.
even not
Middle of
even
the road.
guests. It's just like sometimes you talk to people at a bar and you're like, this person is way aligned with Kelsey and would like move to a new state for fun. And I'm like, hey, let's think about our dinner plans tonight. Are we going to go at 7? Are we going to go at 7:15? Like,
Yeah.
This actually makes perfect sense because we like on We're Obsessed, the way that we process it is sometimes weeks, like the stories that we're excited about. There are Jody weeks and there are Nora weeks.
okay.
But like you and Jody are probably, I feel like there's alignment there as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like that
Some
makes
chaos
sense. Yeah.
agents. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think of myself that way though. It's just
Nobody
like how my
chaotic
life
ever does.
I don't. It's just
They
like how
don't.
my life unfolds. But you know,
Careful people are like, yes, I'm a careful person. And chaotic people are like, yeah, I think I'm actually pretty type A. I kind of like have things together. And you're like, no, you don't.
Meanwhile, there's like smoke billowing behind
Yes.
them.
Yeah, literally, like
Literally.
their apartment is on fire directly behind.
But that feels comfortable to me sometimes. I'm just like, you know what? And it's okay. It's gonna work out. Like if it's on fire, it's okay.
Mhm.
I'm like at ease right
fires
now.
happen.
Yeah.
Fires,
fires
happen.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
fine.
nice. That's good.
I am careful about some things, actually. I feel like I've been careful about dinner reservations lately.
I think you. I think
Like,
you,
I've been
no, no,
like,
no.
what does it mean to be careful
She
about a
just
dinner
made them. She just made
reservation?
them. I just wanna
Like
be
you're
clear.
like
She
you're
just-
making them and showing up.
I'm
Yes.
making them, I'm showing up, but I'm also like giving the idea. I'm like, hey, what if we went here?
This is a person that we just recently went to Mexico, and this is the third time that you have been to Mexico in the last couple years.
Yeah.
And the first 2 times you ordered raw fish and got sick. And the third time
Not
with
first
me,
two. Oh.
yes, the first two. And this time I was like,
Like the first one and then the one after that.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah. But we don't know what the second one was from. I kind of just got sick. I don't know if it was from fish. I don't know. There's truly no way to know. The one I know, I got E. coli from ceviche, and I really took a
My
risk.
point in all of
Anyway.
this is you being like, I'm actually being more careful recently. I literally just had to be like, do not order oysters tonight because
my
this
God,
is our
yeah.
last night of the trip. And if this happens a third time, I will lose it.
I panicked because I just ordered an entree.
Have you ever panicked and ordered oysters?
No, all the time.
Yes, well, because I ordered the entree and he was like, no appetizers. So I was like, yeah,
Raw
oysters.
fish.
That's actually my trauma response.
I freaked out. I had to. Then she was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And so I ran back to him and I was like, "No oysters, actually."
I literally made her tell the waiter, please no oysters.
No, we can't have any bivalves.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm making
do it.
reservations and that's really careful.
That's really
I'm
careful.
so happy for you. That's
Thank you. I'm a
fantastic.
careful person. I'm cautious.
Yeah, she's really cautious.
Yeah.
Nora,
super.
do you know how this show works? Do you know a little bit about how the show works?
I do.
Okay. What is your understanding of the show and how this is going to go?
You're going to hand me an envelope
And I am.
and I'm going to announce the winner of the Academy Awards.
Yes.
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 You are.
By which I mean that there are going to be answers about some wonderful person's life and times.
Yes. So before today's show, I interviewed somebody. This is his fake name, but Oliver. And Oliver gave me a ton of answers to fun questions like, who's your worst ex? What's the best sex you've ever had? What's your current relationship status? All those kinds of things. And so you are going to be reading Oliver's answers to all of this, and it's going to be so much fun. Oliver was truly a joy, again, fake name, to...
It's such a cute name.
It's so
I
cute.
love
It's like Oliver
it.
Twist.
Yes,
He's
it is.
The
adorable.
reason I chose Oliver for him is that he actually lives in Bristol, UK. So I was like, we need a little UK name.
Chic.
Oh, okay.
I know,
So
right?
chic. Wait, I'm excited already. Can I open?
Please. And so just so the audience knows, the reason that this is sealed is Nora has never read these stories. She doesn't know anything about Oliver's life, but also Kelsey does not know these stories and doesn't know anything about Oliver's life.
Nothing.
So before we
This
get...
is a great font.
Thank you.
It's
That's
really
all.
readable.
Oh,
Our producer,
that is
Justin,
clean,
shout
yeah.
out Justin
Yeah,
for the font
Justin.
usage. It is really readable. It's great for that.
Wow.
Oliver is 50. He lives in Bristol in the UK. He, him, straight. And I'm going to give you a couple pieces of information about some of his business before you get started so you kind of know who you're playing today.
Great.
So I asked him what his sexual orientation is, and he said straight, but, and this is a quote, I always like to say I'm straight like a corkscrew straight.
Oh,
And I
okay.
was like, all right, Oliver.
By which you mean not at all.
I was like,
yeah.
now are you? And it turns out pretty much he is, but I think
Oh.
it's so cute that he was like,
He's just a little cheeky.
he's like a little
Cute.
cheeky. You're going to learn about Oliver, and he is such a cutie pie. We love him. When asked if he had any deal breakers, he said, I don't get that kind of thing. I'm sure there's something that winds me up, but if I ever thought about it, I'd just do my best to make sure it stopped bothering me. I'm just not wired that way. What? He
Aw.
literally was like, if someone did something that bothered me, I would want to know like why they do that. And then I'd be like, okay, that won't bother me anymore.
I
Aw.
mean, too many people say I'm an empath, but Oliver, really an empath.
That's the only empath.
The only empath on the entire
Yeah.
planet Earth. Can I
Literally.
He
tell you why I'm
created
really
it.
excited about this? So we were talking about my mom earlier. And so my mother in her 60s my parents got divorced when I was 5, amicably. But my mom, like for most of my life, has never dated. And then later in life was just like romance and all the things that come with it need to re-enter my
It's
life.
time. Okay.
Oh.
And she's married now, and I love her husband. And it's just, but like a lot of the last several years of my life have involved watching someone I love at that stage of life experience things like downloading Hinge and just like really getting in
Wow.
that whole zone. And so I'm feeling like a spiritual connection with Oliver.
Wait,
You're-
did you help her with her profile?
I
Your
did.
mom?
I
I
did.
love that.
I
That's
did.
so
Whoa,
cute.
that's
We had to
fun.
talk about like ghosting. We had to talk about love bombing. We had to talk about all
You
the
had the
things.
talk with your mom, the
Yeah.
Hinge talk.
Yeah. And then my fiance was so rude. We're talking about it. And my mom like was kind of dismissive of something that I was saying. And he goes, your daughter has some experience in this area.
Oh my
It's like,
God.
drag me.
Okay.
Oh, He said, let's listen.
Pause.
The last fact that I'm going to give you about Oliver is actually not at all a relationship fact. It just randomly came up when we were talking, and it was so funny to me. But his favorite movie of all time is Elizabethtown with Orlando Bloom and Kirsten Dunst. And no one has seen that movie except for him. There's like
No,
four
I was
people
like,
on
oh my
Earth.
God.
Wait, no, I've seen that movie.
Wait, like I've seen
oh.
it, but I'm just saying like that's no one's favorite movie.
Well, sure.
Oh.
That's like an original Manic Pixie Dream Girl kind of trope movie.
Yes. It is just so cute to me
Wow.
that is his favorite movie of all time.
It's really
Wait, when
charming.
did that come out? When was that?
2004?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think it's
doing.
so sweet. Like I was like, Oliver,
Random.
how are you this cute little 50-year-old man?
Yeah.
Oh, love him.
So
Aw.
pure.
He's hilarious.
In
So-
my head, he's like always wearing a plaid coat.
I hope. In my head,
He's
he's
like
always
actually
at the
Paddington Bear.
Yes,
literally,
yes,
like
he has
he's
a
about to
little
go down to
hat,
the pub and
Pocket
like,
square.
ah,
Yeah.
God,
It's cozy.
he has the best accent too. I really was like, this is adorable. There's a couple things that I left in that were like the way that a British person would say it rather than an American. And I was like, I just think we need to get the vibe of really what he said. Are you ready to give everybody Oliver's answers to all these things?
I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
All right. So just as a reminder, you can stop and interrupt at any time. The paragraphs are easy breaks, but feel free to interrupt yourself in your own reading. You don't need to like make sure you get to the end of something or anything like that. All right. What was the first time you had sex like, Oliver?
Okay. I was a very late starter. I was raised in a Christian family and I went to an all boys school. So I didn't have any friends who were actually women and who weren't Christian. I was also small for my age and quite geeky. Quite geeky. I can
quite
hear him saying
geeky.
quite geeky.
That's so cute.
So I didn't have much of a chance of actually meeting anybody until I went to university. In my second year at university, I ended up hooking up with a friend of mine from my English course named Tori. I went back to her residence hall with my best friend after the bar one night. We're sitting there having a couple more beers. Tori kept looking at me with this look in her eye, and I was like, there's definitely something there. That's like, imagine getting like eye fucked by someone the first time. That feels like,
I was like, how would you know? Because I wouldn't
Yeah.
have known. Like, but Oliver knew. Oliver was like, something's happening.
Yeah.
he knew. That's like 200 level stuff.
I know.
And my friend, bless him, finally got the hint and went off on his own. These are evolved. This is like across the pond is just so much more chic.
Yeah.
Oh no. It was terrible.
No.
I mean, yeah, of course. Like,
Of course
Well,
it was.
yeah,
Of
yeah,
course
yeah.
it was.
Aw.
I was terrible. Again, like so self-aware.
So self-aware. Oliver really is our self-aware king. I just want to let everyone know that Oliver is like our self-aware king.
I have no choice but to stand. Tori was considerably more experienced than I was. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Yeah, but how would you? It was only the second time I'd ever even kissed a girl, and I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh.
I didn't know where things were supposed to go properly.
Oh.
Is that one of the lines?
Yes, properly. Like it's
The
like
sentence I didn't know where things were supposed to go properly in a
Properly,
British
yeah,
accent.
like,
Like that
properly.
would, yeah. You kind of get to know over the course of time what angles you can do. True. How to get a condom on smoothly.
Uh-huh.
like those are just like it is kind of real.
Yeah.
And not to be too crass, but there's a tweet that I think of that it's from so long ago, and I can't think of the guy's name who did it. But he talked about how he was like, it's always a surprise how far back the vagina is.
Oh my God.
It's like so
Like
true.
honestly, to this day, like
Yeah.
But that's because
Yeah.
like dicks are so far to the front. And I
Yeah.
feel like I have the opposite experience where like when I was younger and like like in gym class, I'd be like, how are guys even running with that in between their legs? And it turns out it's not in between their legs.
No,
Right,
yeah,
right,
It's
right,
up in the
right,
front.
Yeah.
But like as a girl, it's further back.
It is
But
further back.
like when you're first having sex, it's a shock
Yeah.
to be like, oh, it's keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's totally confusing. And you're sort of expecting to go like a
Right.
straight up situation,
Right.
and that's
It's
not what
not.
happens
It was
at
a shock.
all.
That's like when I first learned how to put a tampon in, I was like, what? This is not what I was expecting at,
Not at
all.
all.
Far back, different
It's
angle.
shocking. It's a
shocking. I was like,
shocking
yeah,
experience.
wow,
Because you
really?
do try to go up the first time,
Yeah.
and really someone
And
needed
it
to be
hurts.
like, go to the back.
So you gotta go to the back.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
my
go to the back.
friend explained it to me, and I was like, "Oh my God, it made everything click."
I've been doing this wrong for so long.
Yeah.
yeah, I
I
was
had no
like,
idea.
it just hasn't worked.
It
I
just
don't even
hasn't
know
worked
what
at
the
all.
hell I'm doing.
Honestly, this is a little bit Tori abdicated a little bit of responsibility here.
Well, Tori
Yeah.
had also been like, she's more experienced. Like, I feel like Tori
Right.
should have been like, hey,
Yeah,
it
Jesus,
is your
take the
first
wheel.
rodeo.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and show you.
Let me
Yeah, come on, Tori.
you know.
Tori, step it up.
Step it up. Okay, so was that the only time that you and Tori ever hooked up?
I kind of tried to get it to happen again.
Oh.
We liked each other. We found each other attractive. Or both things that would lead to that.
Yeah.
And there were a couple occasions where something could have happened, but ridiculous screwball comedy stuff kept getting in the way.
What?
Like he slipped on a banana.
Like, that's what I imagined. And I tried to ask, he was like, just things kept coming up and it would be like, it didn't work. And I was like, but
Like
what? I don't know. I really, you know what?
Screwball comedy.
Oliver, you know who you are. And if you're listening, write in and tell us.
She turns out to be his stepmom or something.
They're wearing wigs. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
It's like a
They're going
performance.
like up the stairs, down
What
the
are
stairs.
you doing here?
Yes.
Eventually, I was like, you know what? It's not going to happen.
Okay.
It's not, so they never did again. That's all right.
That's fine.
I would love to be like, whoa, I had a screwball comedy night hooking up with this guy. Like, I need to know what that means. Like, I
think
want
it
that
was more
experience.
just like, it would be something where it's like, oh, are you going to be here tonight? And then
Totally.
like,
like
you
two
get, like,
ships passing.
yeah,
Totally.
or just like, oh, I got locked out of my apartment and I can't make it to the date tonight. You know, like those kinds of things where it's just like,
Right.
or it really was like a screwball comedy. He's like, I need this paper on my desk by the morning. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, there's always
There's,
like a
like, clown
newspaper
music
report.
That's what I'm
Or
saying. Like, someone is honking a horn.
Yeah,
Someone has
like,
a clown nose. Like,
I feel like also in every like screwball play, there's like people coming in with like a suitcase that's like gonna open up and like
Yeah,
everything
and there's
papers go
spills.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
There's
a
like
hamster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Wow.
I hope that that's all what was
I
happening.
wish I want that to happen to me.
All right, so this is where things really get juicy for Oliver. We kind of go from 0 to 100. Oliver, who's your worst ex?
The worst ex is my most recent ex. That tends to happen, babe.
Yeah.
She's the reason why I had to sneak downstairs in the dead of night to do this interview. Because she's upstairs right now.
I am not joking you because of the time difference. I had offered to do this at a normal time of day for Oliver, and Oliver's like, it's better if it's at 11 at night. And I hear this like kind of whisper, and he's like, my ex is upstairs. And I was like, so go ahead and keep
Why?
sharing.
My
You were about to find out
goodness.
so much in a paragraph.
Oliver.
I'm married. We've been separated now for nearly 3 years. January of 2023, we broke up because she cheated on me. Initially, we couldn't afford to get divorced. So her daughter, my stepdaughter, moved in with her father, and my wife moved into my stepdaughter's room. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just do, like, we're women in STEM. This situation feels like it requires trigonometry for me. So they break up because he cheats.
She cheated.
The wife cheats. Yes. And so her daughter moves in with her father, which is
her father.
previous
Yeah.
partner of
Let's
this
just call
woman.
her like Renee as the wife. So Renee's ex-husband.
And she's living in the stepdaughter's room. Okay.
Yeah. So she like, so that way they don't have to share a bedroom.
Okay.
She moves in with her dad and then she takes the daughter's room.
Okay.
My stepdaughter is an adult.
Okay.
And we also have a 10-year-old daughter together.
So there's
Oliver
two daughters.
and Renee.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's
With
like,
Renee, not with
yeah,
the...
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not that.
That would have gotten crazy.
That would have gotten crazy
Oh my
really fast. But no.
God.
So like the adult stepdaughter was like, I'm just going to go live with my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my
This
mom
is
is
this is
getting
a
a
mess.
divorce.
This
Yeah.
household is a little chaotic
This
right
is
now.
chaotic.
Yeah.
You point to me.
Yeah.
This household is, you would know.
You would understand. So there is
you
chaos. And so now they are in separate bedrooms. And you'll notice again, they've been separated for nearly 3 years.
Yes.
So
2023 is a year that, like, in my head just happened. And factually, it did not.
I know.
When
I
the
know, but
timelines
it's right
were
there.
coming out, I was like, so that's this year.
that
I'm like,
was yesterday.
that just happened.
Yeah, we're
No,
in
it wasn't.
2023.
Okay. Originally, my wife was going to move out. And then she decided she wanted to stay and live here with our daughter.
Okay.
So we started making arrangements for that. And then this time last year, she had cardiac arrest and almost died.
Oh, Lord.
And she's still in recovery from that.
Oh, God.
It's been the most ridiculous soap opera drama getting through this divorce. The guy she cheated on me with got a case of viral meningitis. It's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And had a breakdown and lost his job. And he's still in residential care, as far as I know, being treated for that. Wow.
What?
Everybody is...
Yeah, come on. What?
What's that? What is that expression about, like, there are decades when...
Oh, yeah. There's
Like, there are
weeks
decades
where
when nothing
decades-
happens
yeah.
and
weeks
weeks
where-
when centuries happen or
yeah,
something.
that is
That's a
this.
really inelegant, but that's exactly what's
Yeah.
happening to these people.
Yes. And as a joke, and when I called him, Oliver was like, so the lesson is don't cheat on me. And then he was like, just kidding. But he was like,
Oh, yeah.
but genuinely,
Catastrophe.
so this legitimately was my next question was, that seems very satisfying from your perspective.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
but legitimately, like, aren't you kind of like,
Have you Have you ever had someone who wronged you like experience a downfall?
No, and I have talked about this on the
I
pod,
don't
but
think I have
my
either.
biggest fantasy in my entire life, not sexual because this sounds sexual, but my biggest fantasy is to somehow be cheated on, and not by my partner. He's amazing and he would never do it. He would never do it. But because I want to be wronged, I think I would just thrive in that situation. Like,
Yeah.
I really think it would turn me into this like new person.
Yeah. You said
Hmm.
no.
I don't think so. No.
I've had someone wrong me and then and I got over it. Wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But their life got meaningfully worse.
Did it feel
God, I loved
satisfying?
it. It was so good.
I'm sure.
I loved it so much. It has probably a lot to do with my relationship with Taylor Swift. Like it's just like it was great. It's one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
Wow.
It was like all too well kind of vibes. Where you're just like, yeah.
I just
Prince of
was
Persia
like,
bomb.
look, I didn't have to do any of that, but it did seem
But it
like
happened.
things sort of
Yeah.
took a tumble.
I can think of someone that if their life fell apart, I'm like, that would feel really good.
Yeah.
Really,
Oh,
really good.
I know who you're
But-
thinking of, and
you
I'm
know.
waiting.
Oh,
I'm
I think
waiting.
we both are.
I've actually put some
Yeah.
pieces in motion to make sure it happens, but
It's
I can't.
when, not if.
Right.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really is. It's
Yeah.
when. Okay, so Oliver, that seems very satisfying that all of this happened to those people.
Unfortunately, I'm just a bit too nice. Oh, sweetheart.
Oh,
I've basically been looking after her for the past 2.5 years. I've been paying the rent and buying her food.
Oh.
And still doing all this stuff I did to look after her when we were together.
oh my God.
I know.
I'm nervous. I don't see a way she's going to move out.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
definitely not.
No.
I mean, Oliver needs to set a firm boundary.
We
I
need
think.
one. We need
we're on
one.
the cusp of it. I think. I don't want to
Really?
give away too much, but I
Okay.
think we're
Okay.
we're getting closer.
Okay.
But,
Wait, so is she still in contact with the cheater guy? The one who's in care? Is Renee?
No,
But
no.
they just know he's still.
He's still in
in a
care
situation.
because of the viral
Because of-
meningitis. He's in a
Okay.
care home.
Okay.
So I don't think that they're still.
I wonder if it's still viral.
Is it
Right, like,
still-
what?
Maybe they can't be around each other.
Oh,
Like I
oh.
don't know. Okay, so how did you meet? What's the story of you and Renee?
We first met about 12 years ago, and we've been married 10 years. We got pregnant really quickly about a year into our relationship. I'd always wanted a family, but I'd convinced myself it was never going to happen for me. I figured I should just go around having a very, very good time for as long as I could keep it going, and then settle into a solitary monastic relationship with myself and 2 cats.
Oh my God.
Like,
How sweet, right?
Yeah,
it was
like,
romantic.
kind of,
He was just like,
that's so sweet.
partnership means a lot to me in my actual life, but like absent that, this is a dream.
Yes.
that's what he
yes.
like. That's kind of what he was like. He was like, I don't think it's gonna work, so I'm gonna make the best of what I got.
And he sounds like happy. about
Totally.
it, Not like depressed. Yeah.
So when she came along and then we had a baby, I was like, this is fantastic. This is what I've always wanted so much.
Mm.
I was really gutted when the affair happened. Yeah, I can see how that would feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
She'd always said that the second I showed any interest in any other women ever, she would instantly break up with me. Cheating was a complete deal breaker for her. So when she did this to me, I knew instantly we were over. I knew she wouldn't have done it unless the relationship was really over.
Oh no.
I
So
thought that
she was done.
She was done. I just thought that was such an insightful thing to say of like, I know that you have said that if I did this, it would be so devastating to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
That if you did it, you must mean for it to be devastating.
And that's really like, even
Mhm.
within that, he thinks highly of her in a way
Yeah.
because it's not you fucked up and this
Mhm.
is a betrayal and this is a character flaw.
Yeah.
It's you would not do this wouldn't happen if the
Yes.
circumstances weren't sort of pushing you into it.
It's so respectful.
It is
Yeah.
I'm almost like, and this is me preying on other people's downfall.
Right,
I'm like,
right.
I don't know. Like
Now hang
Oh,
on.
I'm not Oliver in this situation.
Yeah.
Like I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I
Yeah.
don't like maybe if I were Oliver, I'd feel differently. But as not Oliver, I am preying on this woman's downfall. No,
Yeah.
no
Well,
she kinda-
problem.
She
Yeah.
kind of had it. She's in downfall.
She's-
yeah, she's,
yeah,
no,
she's
she's in
in
downfall.
downfall.
She's totally
She's in
bad.
downfall.
Yeah.
Let's revisit viral meningitis. Like that's
Right,
that's
right,
her
right.
fault.
Right, cardiac arrest, yeah.
living with your ex and still relying on him.
Yeah.
All right, so how did you find out about this affair?
So she's not very subtle. There was probably a part of her that was trying to get caught. I was the one doing all the laundry. Oliver seems to take on a lot of domestic
Yeah.
He does everything.
Oh my God.
Even before anything happened with her health.
work. Okay.
Oh, he's so sweet.
Okay. I started to notice that she's bought new underwear and she'd taken to buying red underwear,
Oh.
which she'd never liked before. It was clearly someone else's preference. I don't want to be too graphic, but I was the one putting the underwear in the wash and I saw the state of it. And we hadn't been having sex for quite a while.
Oh my God.
When he said that to me, I blushed. I was like,
oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
That's humbling.
Yeah, that is.
Imagine you're doing someone else's laundry and that. It's so offensive to cheat on somebody. It is so beyond offensive to cheat on someone who's doing your laundry.
Yes. Clean up my mess.
I
wonder if she knew and she really did want to get caught.
Yeah.
Like she was just over
leaving
the
a trail of
relationship.
breadcrumbs.
Yeah. Red thongs.
Right. I wonder.
Oh, it's crazy work to do that. To just put your into the wash, just being like, here, hope he doesn't find out or hope he does. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? What are we
I'd be washing
doing?
those myself. But then I guess she would still get caught because it's like, why do you want to do your own underwear? Your laundry all of a sudden, your own underwear.
You can find an easy lie for that. And this is the thing that bothers me the most about affairs is I'm like, if you're going to have an affair, be a better liar. Because all you have to say is, oh, I feel like I should hand wash these, that like the ones I bought need to be hand washed.
Yeah.
Literally anything. Think up a good lie. Don't be an asshole.
They're getting sloppy.
Are we to take from this that she is so wet while she's wearing the underwear that once it's off and it needs to be laundered?
I think
Because
Yeah,
the man is not like,
because somebody could also just be getting wet on their own time.
yeah.
Like you can just sometimes have watched Saltburn. Right?
Totally.
And it's like that happens.
Right.
Totally. That people have that experience sometimes.
People have that sometimes. So it's like, is that what's happening? No.
Or is there somehow cum on
I
this
think
underwear?
there's cum in the underwear because
There has to
he
be.
said we hadn't had sex in a while. And I'm like, again, it's like, you can have underwear that also real graphic moment, but like I feel like sometimes as a woman things just happen in underwear.
Totally.
100%.
Things are just happening.
100%.
And
And
no
it's
one
weird,
actually
like,
knows.
where are you in your cycle? And there's different amounts
Yeah,
of shit.
yeah, yeah,
like,
Even God doesn't know. Even my doctor doesn't know. No
Yeah.
one knows. They
no,
just
no,
are like,
no one knows how a woman's body works.
No.
and
they won't.
and they
And
won't
they'll
find
never
out.
find
They
out.
don't want to know,
Science
and I won't either.
doesn't look behind that door for some reason. Sexism.
She whispers.
Well, I think you don't want to scare
a
off the
bad
viewers
word.
and listeners. Wait till you find out who it's with.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Around that time, her manager started to pick her up for work, but he'd pick her up really early. So it didn't take me too long to put two and two together.
Oh my
It
God.
couldn't have been more cliche unless she'd been a secretary or something.
Yes.
Wow.
It was her manager at work.
It's
This
her
is like a
manager who's
movie.
like coming on her underwear.
Oh my God.
I know.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm innocent. I didn't do anything. My manager's just comes to my
It's
underwear.
just like,
He
I'm
just
just
comes-
buying all this red underwear and all
He comes on
somehow-
it. I don't know.
It's like a really toxic workplace. So.
Things are really bad.
Wow.
Jeez.
I know.
That's tough. That's a tough beat.
Yeah. That's like Breaking Bad. That's like the story of
I
Breaking
also
Bad.
like getting picked up for work.
Yeah, come on.
That's really intimate.
Come
That's
on,
actually
yeah.
more intimate.
And
than,
why all of a
than-
sudden, like,
We-
what was her excuse for that, I wonder? Like,
Yeah.
oh.
I couldn't agree with you more. And I've talked about this on the show is that I don't think sex is the most intimate thing that
Oh
people
God,
could do.
far from it.
No.
And like if my boyfriend had sex with somebody or like drunkenly hooked up with someone, obviously I'd be like, ah, fuck, that sucks. But there's things that would bother me so much more. And one of them in my mind for some reason is someone sitting on his lap. For some reason, to me, if I walked into a
Yeah.
room and a woman was sitting on his lap, I'd be like,
God.
now what
Ooh.
is that? Like I would
Ew,
be
my
furious.
heart would
Yeah.
drop.
Right?
Yes.
Like that to me, the same thing with like getting picked up early from work is like, now why is your manager coming to our house?
That's so intimate.
beep, beep,
It's
get in the
even like
car.
picking someone up from the airport.
Oh,
I think of
that's
as like a
big one.
really a
Mhm.
gesture of love
Yeah.
because like everybody hates going to the airport.
Yeah.
And the experience, and we're so used to like you get off and you call your Uber and you trudge
Right.
in. And you're like, the difference between that feeling and someone that you know and love
yeah.
being like beep beep out there for you to get in the car is so, just like that
It's
means
an
so
intimate
much to me.
art. Yeah.
If my fiance said some girl I know is picking me up at the airport, I would
Oh,
lose
uh-uh.
my shit.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
No.
okay. And is she also coming to swing by the house and get all your stuff because you're moving out?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Bye. Ta-ta.
Especially in New York, too. That's
Yeah.
like extra.
There's a woman driving to LaGuardia for you.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Right. Yeah.
We have problems.
Any
we
of the
have serious
airports.
problems. Oh
Yeah.
God, don't even.
JFK.
Newark.
What's the other- Yeah, Newark.
Oh,
Oh,
you were in
that would
Newark
be
with a woman?
bad.
that I would literally rather find out somebody had sex with someone 5 times or like in
in front of me.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
Then pick them up from
Pick them
Newark.
up. Oh,
no,
get
but no,
real.
that's
Devastating.
bad.
Get real.
And that yeah. Oh,
And
gosh.
also, you can't be picked up by the guy, going in early with the guy,
Have
and
your red cum
nasty
underwear. Yeah.
that you know your husband
That your
washes
husband is washing
because you don't do your own laundry.
Is the
She wanted to.
implication that she's still wearing the underwear when he's ejaculating?
I think that we're really going to get into
We're
it
getting
here.
into
I
it.
think it's like she's in a rush to putting her underwear back on, and I think
girl, go to the bathroom.
go to the bathroom.
Go to the
bathroom.
Give it a good cough or two.
You just
Yeah. Wet a paper towel. Come on.
Anything.
Anything. But you know
Ball up
what?
some toilet paper. Like we can figure this out.
We can figure this
This is
out.
again the thing about wanting to get caught is like
That's true. Because
I mean,
sometimes
maybe
it
she
just
was
happens.
thinking
Your,
that.
like your new red panties.
Yeah, get real.
also buying new. I'm so sorry, but like if you're having an affair, that should be the hot part. You don't need new underwear for it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are these underwear? Are they like silky? Like, what are we working with? Like little
Although
G-strings.
if that's where it's ending up, then maybe the underwear is meaningful to him in some way.
Maybe it is that they leave it on and it's like, oh, boss, secretary. I mean, she wasn't the secretary. It's just like her manager. But
Maybe.
let's find out more about the affair. Cheater. Once you suspected, did you confront her?
I used to stay up late because I was working 2 jobs at the time. Goodness, just a lot going on for Oliver.
Yeah.
I had a full-time job during the day, and then after she and our daughter went to sleep, I did freelance work until about 2 a.m. for extra money.
God.
So I was working late one night, and I got into bed without waking her up, and I saw her phone on her pillow, and I remembered her password.
Okay.
I've never done this. I've never looked through someone's phone. Have
Me
you guys?
either. I've
No.
never.
Wait, I think I did when I was like in 7th grade.
I don't
Does
think
that count,
counts.
though?
It probably was like a flip phone. You can't even look through it.
It was. My friend and I were like, it was this guy I had a crush on and we looked through his phone. And he
I
was
have
having
never.
another
I
girl.
would do it as an
I feel bad about that,
But
actually.
I don't think it's bad to do it as an I mean, it is. It's an invasion of privacy no matter
Yeah.
what. But like the idea of doing it as an exploratory mission just to see sort of like what's going on with someone that you're interested in, that feels different to me from being suspicious of someone that you are in a relationship with, that you sort of you're supposed to have mutual trust.
Yeah.
And you're going to go do that.
I'm so anti going through someone's phone.
Oh my God,
but
yeah.
I have to say, Oliver, this one's for you. If you see cum in your partner's underwear, you can go through their phone. You can go through their phone.
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead
a
and go
freebie.
through their phone.
Reset their Face ID.
Like
Yeah.
literally
Totally.
anything you
yeah.
want. I
You
don't
do
care
you.
after that. But I've never gone through someone's
I
phone.
haven't either. Oh my God. Freaks me out just to think about.
Whenever I
Can't
even
imagine.
see things over my boyfriend's shoulder, sometimes I like flinch away, being like, I'm so sorry. Even though like it's
Yes.
literally him playing like the dumbest game on earth. It's like him
Yes.
feeding an octopus that's like also a monster.
It's that meme that's like, I bet he's thinking about other girls, and then it's the guy being like,
Yeah,
It's
he's like,
literally the
thinking about a video
worst
game.
phone game. Like
Yeah,
for a long
yeah.
time, he was playing some
Yeah.
Simpsons phone game, and I was like looking over his shoulder, and on it would just be like Homer eating a donut, and I was like, I
Sometimes
wish
they
you were
have
looking
the
at like
funniest
tits.
hobbies.
Like,
I know. And sometimes he's trying to get us into phone games because I'm like, oh, I really want to, I want to like play
that's a
The
sign of
Sims.
respect in their culture,
It
though.
is. I know. And I feel bad that I'm like, I'm not going to ever do it. I honestly do. Because he's always like, oh, they have Sims on the phone. Or he's like,
Oh,
they have
'cause-
Grand Theft Auto on the phone.
Well,
And I'm
you
like,
and I do like Sims and Grand Theft Auto, and he is always trying to like connect.
he's always trying to get it on the phone though. And I'm like, that's not something I'm going to do.
I'm not making a sim on the phone. I'd rather
I
die.
can't make a Sim on the phone.
One time I did look at his phone though, and God, he's gonna think this is so funny. Well, one time I looked at his phone, and it was on Bing instead of Google, and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "This is horrible."
No, that's
I hated it.
Why?
And, oh my God, I was.
Did you ask why?
Yes, and the reason is so funny, and he's not going to care that I said this. I don't think, because he said it before. He's like, "It's so much better for searching for porn," and I was like,
Oh.
like, are you
Okay.
kidding?" He was like, "It's better. It's
Wow.
better than Google," and I was like,
That
"So
is
you
so
have
funny.
Bing?"
Okay, asked and answered that.
Like,
Wow.
I literally was like,
Also to know that information, like, no, you're going to want to use Bing to look up porn.
"That's what he
Like,
said."
that is-
He was like, "It's
that is
better
the right
results," and I
browser.
was
you
like,
just changed
That
lives.
is so funny.
it was so funny. I don't know if that's still true anymore, but the first time I saw his phone, it was like his favorites were things like, it would be like Reddit homepage, whatever, and then one of them was Bing, and I was like,
Okay.
one of your Google searches is Bing. Why are you on
Wow.
there?
Bing boys.
I know, embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
really funny.
Oh.
That would my instant reaction to that would be a little bit of an ick.
I mean,
Yeah.
Bing is horrific. So when he said it was porn, I was actually so happy.
Yeah, you're
like, I'm
like,
being
oh,
so.
no, like, that's like a relief.
Oh
Like,
my God, I thought you were some kind of freak.
That's
Yes.
literally how I felt. I was like, ew. And then he was like, no, it's so you can, like, it's
Uh.
better search results for porn. I was like, oh, okay.
So Oliver remembers her password.
Mhm.
I went through her phone and I found messages between the two of them. they were on Snapchat.
Girls.
As
My
an adult,
God.
why do you have Snapchat?
Yeah, no.
I
As
know
an
you're
adult,
cheating.
why
I
do
know
you have Snapchat?
That is cheating. Okay.
You can't like the dog filter that much.
No.
And they were supposed to disappear in 24 hours. So I took out my phone and took pictures of the messages to make sure I had some evidence of what had been happening.
Smart,
I know,
though.
because he's putting the underwear in the he's still washing the underwear.
I know.
He's probably going to wake up and do it the next day.
They'd actually been talking about going on holiday together
On holiday? How cute.
and laughing about me behind my back. That's awful. That is awful. How dare you cheat on me and then have a joke at my expense?
You little fucker.
That is, again, like laughter is more intimate than sex.
Yes,
100%.
Little inside
I
joke.
genuinely would much rather see my partner fuck someone else than laugh about me.
At me, like that they
Yeah,
have a joke
like a little
together
personal-
and I am the
oh,
butt of the joke and they
uh-huh.
are just giggling together in the corner about it. I would
Oh
actually like
my
that is
Because one's from a place of
Uh-uh.
ridicule and the other's like maybe you're just horny or like you have an emptiness inside of you from being a loser as a kid and you need to fill a void, whatever. But one's at me.
That would be full crash out mode. Like, and I've never
Oh.
been
I'm,
like
like, crashing
screaming.
out thinking
No,
about it
same.
right
I'd be
now.
like, I know, I'm like sweating. I would be like screaming. I'd go full crazy.
Siri, play Rihanna's Breaking Dishes. Like
I'm everywhere.
everywhere.
I think I would wake her up.
oh,
if I
she
saw
would not
that.
have had a peaceful night's sleep.
No, I'd go nuts.
yeah.
oh,
I'm going nuts
yeah.
right
but
now.
Oliver, that's not the way he.
Oh goodness. So I took a bunch of photos and saved them to the cloud to make sure to the cloud.
I know, so sweet.
So careful.
I know,
is
but
sweet,
it's also
yeah.
so smart because it's
so
like
smart.
like if
so
you
smart. To make sure I had them if I did confront her. That was early in the morning of November 18th, 2022.
Okay.
I remember because it was my stepdaughter's birthday and our daughter's birthday was coming up 3 days after that.
Oh my God.
And then 5 weeks after that is Christmas.
Oh my God.
We're so well oriented in time.
I know, I know.
We've got our dates. Whoa.
So I laid there until about 3 a.m. and realized there was no way I could confront her until the new year because it would ruin the kids' birthdays and it would ruin Christmas. And I didn't want to be that guy.
Oh my God.
You guys, not
That
only
is-
that, he told me like a whole sweet story about how his own mom, when he was like, I remembered I was sitting there and thinking about the Christmas Eve, 1989. And I was like, Oliver, what happened? And he was like, well, my mom got a phone call on Christmas Eve. And it was that her mom, his grandmother had passed away while like teaching in
Aw.
Pakistan. She was like this really cool lady that traveled forever. And she didn't want her kids' Christmas to be ruined. So she just was like, I'm not going to say anything. And just like, they had Christmas Eve, they had Christmas. And then she waited to like the 27th or 28th and finally told them. And he was like, that was always my example of like
Oh,
putting your kids first and like being a good parent. And he was like, I just didn't want to do that to my kids. And I was like,
man.
Oliver.
That's so sweet.
Because I
That
would have
is really
woken
That
sweet.
that
takes a
woman up.
lot. No, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I think given that backstory,
Yeah.
it's really sweet that he had that example and wanted to follow it.
Yes.
That's more than a month. That seems like too
That's a
long.
lot.
It was the kids' birthdays, and I'm like, okay, I get wait till the end of their birthday,
Yeah.
and then maybe because there's not
But it's the
Thanksgiving for them, so it's
No.
like
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
they
it's
don't
the
care
UK,
about that. They actually, honestly, it was sort of talk about a joke at their expense.
maybe end of November, early December, we could have shaken things up a little bit.
wow.
It's really selfless. I don't think parents can ever lie successfully.
No.
So I'm like, they're gonna figure it out.
I know.
But-
I'm like, they must kind of know.
Do you know that moment in Love Actually where she finds Emma Thompson finds the necklace and she thinks it's a Joni Mitchell CD that she opens, and so
Yeah.
she finds the necklace.
Yeah.
And there's a moment where she goes into the other room to cry about it. You
I
can
always
hate that movie, but like that scene.
And I always forget it's coming. And then I'm just, I'm having a light old
Yeah.
time. And then all of a sudden,
Yes,
bawling,
it hits.
devastated.
Yeah.
But the moment that's
Yeah.
even more devastating to me than her crying in the room is when she walks out of the room and sees her two kids and has to get it together and has to like wipe her tears off and just be like, I'm in mom mode. Let's go to your pageant.
Because she's the one married to Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
And
yeah.
so she has to,
Yeah.
but it's just like that idea of
She has
having to
just
like
pull herself together.
pull yourself together for your
Yeah.
kids. And she is like, oh my God, you look like such a good
Yes,
lobster. And
yes,
it's like,
yes.
Or have you ever seen the Katy Perry's documentary.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where she has to go on
Yeah.
Where
stage.
she goes up on
And she's
stage and
laying
she's getting to, oh my God.
down.
And she says,
Yeah.
I think about that a strange amount.
I do too, actually.
Yeah.
I really do. Yeah.
It also sucks to have to go through like the saddest moment of your life in the divorce in a like peppermint cone bra.
Literally,
Like,
she like has her. Yeah. Yeah.
She,
I think she was crying with a wig cap on too.
yeah,
That's really hard. She
I'm
didn't
so-
even have her wig on yet.
Yeah.
Wig
Yeah.
cap is like the lowest of low.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
I was
sorry.
like, man, that makes this all so much worse.
Yeah.
God damn, Katy Perry's gone through so much.
Sort of puts
That's
the
a
whole
lot.
space choice in
In
relief in a
perspective.
way.
It really does.
True.
Okay, so when you did finally confront her, what happened?
See, we knew this is where it was going. She could tell something was wrong, but I was just like, let's talk about it after Christmas. The week after Christmas, we sat down to talk. I respect this a lot. I am the type of person where if somebody says, let's talk about this later, I can't.
I
Like,
can't.
I,
No,
can't- I need to know. I need to know everything right now.
We're sitting down on the
like,
concrete.
Yeah,
I
tell me.
We
Yeah.
will not speak until we are speaking about
Yeah.
that.
Oh
Yeah.
no, no,
Like,
I can't do it.
Do not have that dog in me.
No, no.
But they did it. I think she thought that we were just going to have a conversation about our relationship and how it wasn't working. And then she'd get to say I wasn't doing things right and I hadn't been a good husband. And she cried for like 10 minutes before I worked up the courage to say, I know you've been cheating on me. At first, she tried denying it.
Oh.
But I told her about the conversations I'd seen.
And the panties.
And I hope,
I really hope
I really hope.
that's a bomb.
I really hope.
Yeah.
I also just, again, like, it's not even the existence of the panties. It's asking him to wash them.
Yes.
To launder them.
Washing.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been laundering your literal
Oh
dirty
my
underwear.
God.
And then she started being really self-recriminating and saying that she was a terrible person.
Oh geez.
I don't think she was planning to have to admit anything to me. I think she planned to leave me and then later pretend the relationship was brand new, but she didn't get the opportunity. I hope that's satisfying on some level. Like that's a small win for Oliver, although I don't think that
Yeah.
Oliver sort of experiences it
Oliver
that way.
didn't even experience it that way. He was just like, yeah, I feel badly, but like I was like, man, it is like you said.
Do
it
you
is
think
one-
that he wanted to kind of give her that?
I think he was like give her what? Give her
Like give her the experience of being able to say that it was a fresh start and not have to.
No, I think he was going to
Okay.
confront her
Mm-hmm.
because I think he was so devastated about losing the idea of family. But that's the vibe I get, which is like the
Okay.
saddest part. It's just so sad.
Yeah.
But also, he is the coolest person and was handling this all so well and was telling me this and was just like, yeah, well, that's how life is sometimes, isn't it? And I was
Wow.
like,
He's handling it with grace.
Grace.
My
Meanwhile,
God.
Upstairs the whole time.
Yeah.
Upstairs is
He's like,
And
downstairs
he's like
whispering.
he's at his computer in the dead of night.
Yeah.
And he was
Meanwhile-
even telling me that he was like, well, I can't say things too loudly because if she heard me telling these stories about other things, not about her, she'd get angry. And I was
oh
like,
my God. What?
What? Because I'm going to find her and I'm going to get angry.
Yeah.
Let me
I'm
tell
gonna
you
get
something.
angry.
This this woman can't touch you. Like she can't say
Uh-uh.
anything to you, Oliver.
Mm-mm. Renee,
Oh my Lord.
Renee.
She needs help.
I'm going to go to the UK and I'm going to find you.
Oh, you better watch your back.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right. So on to another part of Oliver's beautiful life. Breaking
Okay.
up is hard. What was the worst breakup you've ever had?
And it wasn't this one.
It wasn't that one.
The woman I was with before my wife, Lola. I was madly in love with her and she broke up with me out of nowhere. She'd been away for a couple weeks on holiday and came back and said, we need to talk. Again, need to have that conversation immediately.
Mhm.
She told me she wanted to break up and she had a friend sitting at the pub around the corner waiting to pick her up in case she needed to go for a drink afterward. That's nice.
Also
Yeah.
so British.
That's really, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
smart. That's good planning.
Mhm.
I can see why, like Lola seems easy to love, thinking things through.
Yeah.
For some reason, that detail made it real for me. Generally, I've dated women my age or a little older, but Lola was much younger than me, so I always kind of figured it had a shelf life. I guess I sort of saw it coming, but I was hoping it wouldn't happen. We had so much chemistry. It was the best sex I've ever had, and she was so funny and smart.
Oh.
We had such great chemistry. We were so in sync. It wasn't every time, but most of the time we had simultaneous orgasms.
Okay.
Okay.
That does a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the age difference, I really thought I could make it work because she was so fucking great.
Here's where we have a little.
What's the age difference?
You're gonna find
What
out.
the hell are we
boy.
doing?
Oh, you're gonna find out, and it is gonna
No.
be. Luckily, Oliver's very self-aware about it, but
Can I ask a question? What is the viewpoint of the pod on the simultaneous orgasm?
simultaneous
it's
orgasm to me
amazing.
is so pointless. Like,
Oh.
why would
Well, because
This
I
is
think
my
there's
moment for
this idea
some-
that it's happening, like that it's truly happening organically, when in reality, like you're kind of trying to make that happen. Like everybody is sort of getting to the, it's not the starting gate, but like I'm going to mix
There's
metaphors
increased
here.
effort.
And like everybody is sort of waiting for the gun to go off.
Yeah.
Yes.
To then be like, we did it. That's
We did it.
And that's great. And like
Mhm.
that there's some merit to the experience.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure that it's quite all it's cracked up
I don't
to
think
be.
I've ever had that, and I don't know that I
Really?
ever. No. Well,
Oh.
again, it's just kind of like you do your thing, I'll do my thing.
Oh,
I don't know. It
I
just
think
seems
it's
like
pretty great.
To me, the simultaneous orgasm versus the orgasm that's like within a minute apart is like
nice
there's
too.
no
that's
there's
kind
no
of yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
difference between those two things.
Yeah.
Like you said, I feel like it's
Yeah.
like you have to artificially do it, so then it seems like inorganic or like effortful in a way that I'm like,
But it has great PR. Like this,
It's great
that's
PR.
great PR.
I've had some organic ones that we haven't had to try. Sometimes people try too hard, and I'm like, well, now it's just not going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it does, and it's
Yeah.
great.
And
Yeah.
if it's happening organically, that's a win.
It really hits. It
Yeah.
hits. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Also, I feel like there's also like a type of sex that's like so romantic that
Mhm.
feels like a like
As a
oh, like
charge.
Yeah, and it
intimacy.
builds and everything's a wave.
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
then
yeah. It's like
Whoa.
okay, I get why
Yeah,
you guys are
yeah.
into that. Like blah blah.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I just, you call out something as overrated when you see it. When you see
I
something,
think
say
it's a little
something.
overrated.
It's a little overrated.
I'm just like let everyone have their time. Everyone take a turn.
Right.
You know. All right. So let's hear about the age gap. It's going to be a surprise for
Oh
some.
boy.
I'm scared.
You should be.
No, what?
She was 19 and I was 34.
I don't know about
It's not ideal, King.
Now, I
Oh.
will say the rest of the paragraph makes it a little bit nicer.
I thought from the beginning, this is a terrible idea. Us too.
Yeah, us too.
When she broke up with her boyfriend, I kind of jokingly said, we should go on a date. And she agreed. Do we know how they met?
Yeah, how did they meet?
It was like a friend of a friend.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay.
I need
guess
to know
this
more
is-
about
this is-
that
I mean,
too.
this is a student, right?
They were all in the same friend group, is my understanding.
This is the classic, like that is that's 16 years. And there are ages when that's fine.
Yeah.
But like
This is-
when I was 19, I don't think I knew a lot of
I don't think
34-year-olds.
That I'm going to go on record and say that before 25, anytime before your frontal lobe,
That's a child.
that's
that's
a child.
That's
And
weird.
18 as a age of legality is entirely arbitrary. So like,
Mhm.
Right.
I think
Mhm.
anything before 25 is a little dicey. But
Yes.
I will say it isn't actually this paragraph. It's a little later. But Oliver does address some things about it, and
Okay.
is very.
Okay.
He was very understanding about the fact that like this is dicey.
Also,
they
this
had-
sentence is about to be so charming. And I really thought, what's the worst that can happen going out for a drink with this cool girl?
Okay.
I wasn't expecting her to be that cool.
He really.
He's
Oh
so
my
sweet. He's like
God,
so
wait,
smitten
all right,
to
I
I
this
know this is
day.
where like when
I'm
he
back
first told me the
in.
age, I was like, oh, and then he keeps talking about how smart and funny she was, and I was like,
That's fine.
Do we know if she's single still? Do we know? Like, is this the
No,
misconnection of all time?
I don't know that she's still single.
Okay.
So why was the breakup so rough?
I just didn't handle it very well. I had a bit of a breakdown.
Mhm.
I ended up having to take a lot of time off work and then losing my job.
Oh my God.
Yikes.
Oh no.
Not great.
Yeah, that's a breakdown.
I had taken so much time off, and when I got back to work, I had so much to do and ended up making a lot of mistakes and costing the company a lot of money.
Oh my God.
Do we know what he's talking
I
about?
don't know, but honestly, kind of, I was like, oh, this is why this is your worst breakup. Because
Yeah.
you did
crashed
fully,
out.
yeah, crash my car into a bridge.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I love the idea of just like I'm imagining that this is a very large corporation, but I love the idea that like Oliver rolled back up in there, was like crying in the bathroom, and then going to his desk and just making the worst financial choices.
What?
It's like an investment firm. He's like, put everything in Beyond Meat. I don't care.
Oh my
like all of our whole
God.
company. I don't know what is
Oh
going
my
on
God,
in the
he's
stock
like,
market.
oh,
I'm
this
making-
Elizabeth Holmes lady, she's got
Yeah,
something to
she's
say.
great.
Good point.
Let's hitch our wagon there.
Does anyone know a Bernie Madoff?
God.
He's got some bright ideas, I'll tell you that.
Like, I don't. God, I wish I knew anything
Oh,
about
that's
stock.
really
I know.
fun. I told them I was basically having a breakdown, and so they let me off. They told me I needed to leave immediately.
Oh my God.
Fair.
Bad.
But they let me get away with loads of stuff that I otherwise would have had to deal with. There's an air of mystery to
what?
that section.
He was like, they like probably should have like made me pay out of my wages and like garnish my wages for the amount of stuff I cost them. And they kind of
For all of the money I gave to Bernie Madoff.
Yeah. And he was just like, they just are really nice about being like, so you do have to leave.
Was he doing crimes? Like, is that why we don't? I think like there's some illegal.
I don't know.
Illegal
And
activity?
honestly,
Where was Oliver the morning of the Louvre heist?
Yeah.
well,
Ooh.
if he did it, I would be so happy for him.
I would be so
Every
happy
time
for
that
him.
he does something
Orchestrated it.
crazy, I get back in on him. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Oh,
So
yeah.
quickly because he's so
I'm,
charming.
like, rooting for
And
him.
he has whimsy somehow.
He does. He does.
He has a
And
little
I'm
bit
still
of a
imagining him in his
whimsical
little
spirit.
plaid jacket while he's doing all
Totally.
this.
Yeah.
Little
He
cap.
also, I do think I cut out a couple of the times he said stuff, but he would say things like, I'd be like, oh, what was your worst breakup? And he'd be like, oh, there was this one. It was pretty diabolical. And he kept saying diabolical about everything. And it was just so cute and charming. and
That's
so it's like,
adorable.
Aw.
it's so British.
adorable.
This is diabolical.
He's a little
This is
diabolical.
Okay, but I do think that this was a tough situation.
No,
Yeah.
Sure.
I was unemployed for 6 months after that, and I lost 40 pounds, and I was having anxiety attacks and tremors.
Oh Lord.
So not a fun
Not a
stretch
good
of life.
breakup.
No.
I look back and think that was clearly never going to work. That was clearly a bad idea. That's a significant age difference and significant power imbalance.
Mm-hmm.
I like that he acknowledged that
Yes.
it's not
That's
just
nice.
an
That's
age
nice.
difference,
Good to
but
call
that
it
they're-
out.
But he also, the
imbalance,
power imbalance. I was like, that's really uncommon for men
Yeah.
to acknowledge that.
Totally.
Like, I realize that there's a difference in power, not just in age.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was like,
It's
okay.
not just that it's sort of scandalous.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that there's
It's like
something
there's many
that-
moving
yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
But it was a really fantastic relationship for the majority of the time. So I look back with nothing but love. I
Aw.
forget the pain. I think you have to, or you wouldn't try to put yourself out there again.
Right.
Wow.
100%.
See, you start with 19 and 34, and you think, I'm not
I
on
thought it
his
was
side,
out, but
and
I'm
then
back in.
And it seems like the 19-year-old got out of that actually completely unscathed.
Yeah, she's-
So that's,
And she's like, one
that's-
time I dated a 34-year-old.
Yeah.
That was
he did
crazy.
say that
Yeah.
she felt really guilty after like the breakdown thing, but they like had a nice talk, and it was like, okay,
Okay, good.
you know, like,
It's all
and I think
chill.
she's okay. He's
That's
okay,
good.
but I think he's just like looks back with fondness.
Don't look back in anger.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay,
Aw.
so Oliver, what's the craziest
Gorgeous.
hookup you've ever had?
I had an accidental foursome.
Okay. How is that accidental?
Isn't that a perfect like airport? I mean, speaking of Hudson News, like an airport novel, The
Yes.
Accidental
Yes.
Foursome.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm like immediate buy.
Right?
Wow.
Like, as soon as he said that, I was like, it was like the record scratch.
Oh, you
yeah.
cheeky bastard.
All of a sudden you're like, oh, okay.
I'm in
having
it.
a foursome.
But like a cute little British mumbling man does feel like you could just be like, oh, excuse me, sorry, and then
Yeah,
end up
yeah.
like in a foursome.
All of a
What
sudden
do you
everybody's naked.
think when you hear accidental foursome? Do you hear you thought it was going to be a threesome and then we got one more person in the mix? Or the entire experience was accidental?
I don't even know. In my first thought, well, this is just silly, but I just imagine him being like plopped from the like a sim, just like plopped into the room, like they're trying to have a threesome. And he's like, "Ah," and he's like, I'm not supposed to be here.
Wait, I do want you to both vote on what you think. That did you think it was threesome or you
I
didn't
don't
know
think he
any
was.
sex?
I don't think he was trying to have a threesome
I don't think
and
so
then
either.
stumbled
Oh.
into a fourth.
Oh, you think it was a threesome to start?
No.
No, you don't, you
That's what I think is the sort of other possible read. But I think the whole thing was kind of a
I'm feel-
miraculous.
Yeah.
And what do you think? You
I'm
think-
feeling like maybe they were like at a party and then things just accidentally started happening. Or they were like drinking, maybe having a game night,
game night.
which classically turns into a foursome. But
Yeah, you're like,
Always
get out
has
of
in my
jail free.
experience.
Anyone want to go to my bedroom?
yeah, loser Monopoly
Yeah.
has to start taking
Honestly,
clothes
the
off.
idea of playing Monopoly with other adults is so funny to me
you
for some reason. Like, I love a game night.
Game
And
night Monopoly.
Monopoly, though, is like, oh my God. If somebody invited me to their house for game night and then it was like, no, we're dealing out full Monopoly.
Wait, I got really into Monopoly a couple years ago when I was going through a bad breakup.
Okay.
And I was like, it was a bad mental state. And I was so addicted, I was playing it online. And it was bad. It was
Things
bad.
you get into when you go through a breakup are
I
the
know.
funniest.
I know.
What did you play as?
Dog. Always dog.
Always dog.
Always dog.
What's yours?
Always
Top
dog.
hat?
I love Top Hat.
Top
How did you know?
I
it?
knew it.
Wait,
I
are you
knew
top
it.
hat?
No.
You're thimble.
No.
My mom's
Iron.
thimble.
Iron. You
I
are
love a little
iron. Right,
iron.
right. It's
Wow.
so cute.
Yeah, and it does.
It does. Like,
Although sometimes,
Oh, it is nice.
sometimes the way that they build it it has the seam that goes down the
Yeah.
bottom of the iron.
Right.
And
I
then
hate
that's, you
that.
have to not have that.
Yeah,
I
it's
want
like
to
that.
really
smooth.
like,
I
yeah.
know. I
Yeah.
know.
What about you,
It's
Nora?
bad.
What's your, like, I was in a breakup and I got into something.
Yeah.
Or like even a bad time of like,
So prior to dating the man that I will marry, I never had serious relationships. I
Okay.
was always like dating someone off Hinge for a month, and my friends were like, you still haven't put the name of that person in your phone. It's just like a number that's
I
texting
never.
you.
Yeah.
And that was like, I sort of did that for about 8 years and then fell in
Mhm.
love.
Oh.
wait, how did you
Did
guys?
you put his name in your phone number? Maybe
I
that's
did.
what did it.
I did.
Because you knew.
I did.
Wow.
Wait,
did.
how did you
Yeah.
meet?
We met through friends. We
We
were a
That's a
COVID
classic.
couple, and we have 2 of my best friends from college or 2 of his best friends from high school.
Wow. Oh my
Oh,
god.
So we like
That's
got
so
in a little
cute.
pod all together.
Accidental foursome. Just kidding. I'm
I
just
love
joking.
that.
I'm just joking.
They were playing Monopoly.
I mean, that is one way that it would happen. I guess, so this is the other possibility we haven't considered is
Yeah.
that it's a 2 and 2 that becomes a 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so that
Okay.
is so it's kind of none of your guesses. The closest that it came was, and we will find out more, is that it was at a party. But that's all. That's all that you're gonna
Okay.
get. Here we go.
Okay.
So how did this come about?
Also, I love that your question is just, what? How?
I write them down
Literally.
as I often ask them when somebody. One of the times I just wrote "What the fuck" because and like with
Yeah.
a period, not even a question mark, because sometimes
Because it's the right
Because what are we
response.
doing?
I used to live in a house that was basically the local party house.
Okay.
Oliver has lived a million lives.
He's awesome.
exactly.
Everyone always came back to ours after the pub, and then they'd stay until like 10 o'clock the next morning.
Oh my god.
Our parties were legendary. We were throwing one night, and a friend of mine, Laura, was there. Laura got about a fair bit. That's so
That
British.
is the British phrase. He was like, "How do I put this?" Well,
got about a
Laura
fair bit.
Got about a fair bit, and I was like, "That's a beautiful
Like
sentence."
got drunk.
no,
no,
like
no,
hooked up.
like
got it
like
hooked up
she's
a
like a
lot.
little bit, not
Oh.
She
okay.
got
Wow.
around.
Okay.
a fair bit.
Okay.
But she got about.
Gorgeous.
It's so much nicer.
yes.
so sweet.
Yeah.
Somebody said like Nora got around in college, I would be annoyed and offended.
Yeah.
If it got about,
Got about a fair bit.
I'd be like,
I
okay.
love
if
it.
a British person said that about me, I would be
Yeah.
like,
Tell
"Yes, I did."
everybody.
Thank
Yeah.
Tell.
I'd be like at a pub, like, say that to
Say
that
that
thing that
again.
you said. Remember?
tell them about how I got
remember
about.
I got about. Yeah.
I was pretty involved in the kink community, so I'd slept with her on a number of occasions because we had the same frame of mind. She was very good in bed and very fun.
So yeah, they both got about a fair bit.
Good for them.
That particular evening, and was part of the sort of party culture of the house that people were getting about in the space.
I think it was more just normally just party vibes.
Okay.
I think it was just like everyone would hang out, but he did say that like when he said people would stay till 10, he meant they were awake and partying until 10 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So it
That
wasn't
is-
like, people stayed up till 7. It was 10. So like these
Wow.
are partiers.
Yeah.
That particular evening, she was sitting with a couple who were friends of ours, Madeline and Bobby, and they were starting to get quite frisky together in the front room with Laura, or in the front room. And Laura, being Laura, was really up for receiving the both of them.
What a polite way to put it.
Was really up for receiving them. Yeah, I know it is like come into my drawing room.
Yeah.
I knew she was going to definitely have sex with them that night. My housemate looked at me and gave me a look like, can you stop them? People are getting uncomfortable.
So there's 3. There's Madeline, Bobby, and Laura, and his.
Stop this.
But literally, his housemate that was like, "Okay, we all know you fucked Laura before, but like, can you get
Can
the
you,
threesome to stop from the front room?"
That is so funny.
And like, again, this is the party house.
Can you shut down the threesome in the drawing room?
Literally.
the
Oh,
threesome
it's amazing.
happening. Help.
It is also now I hear everything in a British accent.
I know.
So I figured, let me see if I can get them to move somewhere else.
He's like clean
He's
up
like
crew.
literally like hurting.
Come
Like,
on, can you guys take this the next room over?
Literally.
Sorry to interrupt.
So I said, oh, not the next room over. So I said, you guys can use my room if you want.
Okay.
And I took Bobby and Madeline to show them where my room was. And I opened the door and Laura just jumped on me, propelled me to the bed, and it was all 4 of us.
Wow.
So he wasn't even involved at all. He literally was just like,
He's
"I'll
just trying
take
to
you
help
guys
him
upstairs to where the room is." It is the most accidental. That's like a card. Talk about like slipping on a banana peel, and then just like, oh, I'm fucking.
Like this has the slapstick comedy element to it.
Wow.
Oh, that's really funny. It's also like, Why am I hearing just jumped on me as like she's sort of coming from behind?
Yes.
She's like jumping on his shoulder.
I imagined it just like an elf. With
Yes.
the tree. Like where he runs to
thinking.
put the star on the tree.
Yes. Yes.
She's like jumping on the ottoman onto Oliver.
Yes.
Oh my
Oliver's the
God.
tree.
I saw it as like a football tackle.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
to the ground.
Taking him
Good
down.
for Laura. She said, I see my... He took the two of them up. Let's go. Let's make it a foursome.
What I didn't realize was that Bobby was bi. And because he'd been drinking, no one was really laying out ground rules and making sure we were on the same page.
Oh.
So no one bothered to check if I was bi or not. Yeah, the etiquette of this is not great.
Not great.
Like I'm getting a relatively consensual vibe from how Oliver gets to the bed after being elf tackled by Laura.
And he and Laura had sex before, so I think multiple times. So I think it's like, okay, I can kind of see how you would be like, oh, he's probably down to join.
Yeah.
But I do think it's like very weird to just assume Oliver's in.
Yeah.
Right.
So no one bothered to check if I was bi or not. I first realized that might be an issue when his cock sprang out onto the side of my head and nearly knocked me out.
I'm sorry, what?
Nearly knocked me out. I mean, I think he's being dramatic, but it's still so funny to just be hit in the face with a dick and being like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
He like needs to take a minute.
Here's some smelling salts.
That's literally what he says is, I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I mean, congratulations to Bobby, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Like, what are you packing?
Bobby
Bob?
with the hog.
Holy hell.
You get tackled on the bed by Laura, and then all of a sudden you're getting hit.
And
Dick
also, again,
springing
like,
out.
everything I'm just hearing comic sound effects. Like, it's
Yes.
like, boing.
Yes.
But also, like, so funny because he did not think he was having sex. He thought he was walking upstairs to be like, here's my room. You can have the threesome.
So funny.
And then all of a sudden, dick slap.
You guys, you're kind of casting a weird vibe on the party. Can you take it upstairs? And then you're getting just slapped in the face
It's
with a
literally
giant
like-
dick.
It's like a movie that like I feel like Kristen Wiig would be in or something. You know,
Yeah.
like a random
It feels like a
weird,
sequel
you know what I mean? Or like
Totally.
a weird comedy.
Like
Totally.
American Pie.
Yes,
6.
Yeah.
yes.
They're really scraping the bottom of the barrel for plot points.
Yes.
When in doubt, have someone get hit in the face with a giant penis.
That is so funny.
I had to explain that I wasn't inclined in that direction.
He said it that way, and I was like,
Oh my god.
This is the most elegant man in the world.
It's
Literally.
so sweet.
He's so polite. I like, oh my gosh. I don't have any problem or shame or guilt or anything about having sex with another man there. I don't mind having sex in front of other people at all. In fact, sometimes I prefer it.
Oh.
I just wanted to make sure he knew I wasn't into guys because I didn't want him to be embarrassed.
how sweet is
Oh
that? He was
my
like,
God.
I wasn't.
He's like
Yeah.
always thinking about other people.
Yes.
He's
literally-
the most selfless man
I
I've
am like,
ever
Oliver, it's
not
actually
met.
okay to say that you don't want to get slapped in the
Yeah,
face with a
that's
giant
right.
dick that you
You
didn't
don't want
ask
to get
for.
boinged.
It's fine.
No.
And here he is literally like, I just didn't want him to feel embarrassed.
That is so sweet and thoughtful. Wow.
Him just like kind of lifting it off his cheek, being like, hey, so.
Like in the heat of this kind of insane moment too. Like people are like, "Ugh," and he's like, just quickly.
Also, from everything that we know, Laura's going for it. Laura's
Yeah.
like jumping.
Yeah.
Laura's making tackles.
She's
like,
in like lion mode.
yeah.
He's like the zookeeper. Seriously.
Lion mode. Oh my God. That was so real, the visual.
Yeah.
But after that, we carried on. And I kept giggling to myself because that was not at all what I thought was happening when I led them to my bedroom.
So he's in a foursome, just being like,
He's so cheeky. He's just having a little giggle.
He's so cute.
It's so cute.
It's so cute.
Is this the cutest foursome I've ever heard of?
It's so cute.
Oliver, was this your first time ever having group sex?
No.
Okay.
I think it was my first foursome. Not entirely sure. But I'd had plenty of threesomes with Laura before, just always with another woman.
So I
Okay.
did want to ask that because I was like, if this is your first time having group sex, that's even scarier than like you
Yeah.
get tackled
Getting
and
tackled
then
and
yes.
beamed in the face with
Yeah.
a penis.
It is nice
Yeah.
that he'd had other group sex before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So- Oliver, you said you were involved in the kink community earlier. What was that like?
The main club I used to go to was called Torture Garden. They're relatively famous in the community.
They actually genuinely
Yeah.
are. I looked it up because I was like, okay.
I think you have to have a reputation that precedes you a little bit to be called Torture Garden.
Yes.
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 It actually also looks genuinely very nice and doesn't seem to be involved with torture that much.
Yeah.
Really?
So yeah, the more
they have
Oliver
like a
told me,
spa website.
kind of
Spa experience.
he's going to explain a little bit more about it. You'll see why I'm like, oh, torture garden's kind of a crazy name for that, but fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, it lends itself to people sort of know what they're getting into. It's very much a classic nightclub with different music in different rooms, but then they always have a couple's room. The couple's room is where you go either if you're with someone and you want to have sex in front of other people rather than wait till you go home, or if you've just met someone you want to have sex with. You basically line up to go into the couple's room and then have sex in there and then come out again and carry on with your evening.
Wow.
This place has everything.
Right.
Okay.
I think it's so funny to line up. Like, you and your partner just being like,
Yeah.
it's like lining up for the photo booth. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Ooh.
You would think that they would add a second room, you know?
Right. I feel like the line, once I'm waiting in a line for too long, I'm like leaning against the wall. I'm like, okay.
I don't love
maybe
to wait in
not.
line.
I
Yeah, no,
don't
no, no.
love to wait in line.
No.
That would kill my buzz so hard. I also feel like if you have a whole club where it's like clearly kink / BDSM-ish, allowed, you don't need to have only one room.
Yeah, can we
Yeah.
expand?
Expand. Make
Torture
the whole
garden?
club.
Yeah,
like,
can we-
Well, and also, like, again, this is sort of similar to Oliver, but the questions of when people sort of follow a rule or follow a restriction or don't are very interesting to me, because I would imagine that there's a certain amount of just, fucking in the corner that would,
Right,
you would
right.
expect that to start to take place. Because again, waiting in lines is annoying.
That's bad.
Also, if someone cut me in line, I nothing makes me more aggressive. Like all of a sudden I become an East Coast person and not Midwest.
Yeah.
Like I jump. If you cut me in
Yeah, it
line, we have a
sucks.
problem.
Yeah.
But if you cut me in line at Torture Garden,
Yeah.
I
I mean,
you cut me
especially
in the
like,
fuck line.
passions are high.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. I hate waiting in a line with a guy when I'm on a date. For some reason, it grosses me out. I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah, 'cause
Something
you're
about it,
sort
I'm like,
It's
giving
very like
Disney.
preemptive, and you don't you don't
Yes.
start to have like a real conversation, and then you're
like,
just making small
stressed.
talk. And,
Yes. Also,
yeah.
I feel like you can learn a lot about a person with how they handle a line. And so I'm always trying to be like, yay, I'm still having fun, woo, because the guys are like getting, and I'm like, oh, now I'm like tired because I'm like, it's still good.
I also don't like. I get the seeing someone's experience turn and
Yeah.
like perceiving them stop having fun,
Yeah.
or maybe stop having fun. That really, that's not something that I handle well.
No.
So that's our one note for a torture garden. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe the torture
Yeah.
is waiting in the line.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I was quite surprised to find that not only didn't I have a problem with having sex in front of other people, but I actually really enjoyed it. There was a kink weekend I went to a few months before I met my wife, and I was actually working the event. So I got there a day or two early to set up. It was a mansion in the country with an outdoor pool and jacuzzi and sauna. And people were staying in the house, and some were camping in tents on the grounds.
Wow.
But there were kink seminars during the day, and then a masquerade ball at night, and everyone got dressed up for it. And then basically we all had sex with one another.
It is so funny to do like kink seminars.
The word seminar in this
Like-
context is very funny.
Like, just
That's like-
fuck.
I wish there were more masquerade balls in my life.
I've never been to one.
I've
yeah,
never been
there
to
are
one.
zero, and I
There
just
are
wish there were
true.
some.
I feel like, well, theater kids in high school,
I
they're
was
trying to
gonna
do it.
say the people that
It's
go
like-
to a masquerade ball,
It's
the people
theater.
that it's either theater kids or it's the kink community, and I'm not really in those
Shit.
communities anymore.
Yeah.
I need to get
Oliver,
back
if
into
you want to
theater.
think about exporting that to other cultures,
Yeah, if anyone wants to have a
yeah.
non-kink masquerade ball,
We
let
could
us
just
know.
throw one.
We could throw one.
Kink.
We could throw one.
Yeah.
But kink is welcome. It's just not the focus
All
of it.
kinds.
All
Right,
kinds.
right,
Right,
right, right.
right. If you get
Something
in
to
an accidental
consider.
foursome, you get
then
an
you get in
accidental-
one.
You
If
get in
someone
one.
tackles you,
Sometimes I think about masquerade balls though, and I get really worried because I'm like, I think that I would look bad in a mask. I really do. I'm like,
I don't think that at all.
no, I think so.
First
I'm
of all,
like,
you-
my eyes, like, I think they would look too close together.
This is a
and
big
then it would
worry
get,
for you.
Yeah, I sometimes do. I think about it
There's
like when
so
I see
much other stuff.
Well, when I like see it on No,
The
I'm like
world.
constantly thinking about it. No, like when it's on TV.
We're sitting here being like, oh no, the horrors. And,
like-
Kelsey's like, is my face shape right?
What kind
Do
of
I have
mask
kind
would
of
I
a
wear?
dent from the last
Would I do a feather plume?
Is it too
Yes,
big?
every time I see it on a TV show or a movie, I'm like, I just don't think it would work for me. It looks so
You
much
need a
fun.
small-
I think you would look beautiful.
You would, and you need a smaller domino mask rather than the feather.
Domino.
Yeah, it's just a little.
My eyes, I feel like one would like they'd look tiny. one would get covered and then people would be like, oh, I thought
What?
that. Yeah.
Do you have like weird anatomy?
Yeah, so I need like really large eye holes, but that kind of defeats the purpose.
That entirely
Gotta go
defeats-
custom.
Yeah, yes, I would.
Okay, well, we'll give you a
You
lot
thought
of
about this so much.
I really have. Every time it comes up on like in a movie, I'm like, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I'm so sorry for your loss. Wow, what a struggle. It's like really.
Well, I'd love to go to one. I really want to go to
They
a masquerade
don't
ball.
exist.
They might. Well, they do. We're just
I
not getting
guess, I
invited.
guess.
But we're going to bring one to our culture and we're going to find you the mask
Of your dreams. So, Oliver, was your wife also into kink?
No, not at all. I've always been transparent when I start dating people. When you meet someone who's not from the scene, you want to make sure they know what you're about. My wife is heavily tattooed and used to be in a burlesque troupe, so I had the impression she'd be open-minded like a lot of my friends were. But that impression was entirely incorrect. Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
She was horrified by some of the stuff I talked to her about. She lost it. She did her absolute best to shut it all down the second she had the opportunity. I wasn't allowed to talk to my friends anymore. This is terrible.
Okay.
Yep.
What are we doing?
This is really terrible.
Yeah.
Once she got pregnant with our daughter, she just held it over my head.
Oh.
She had raised her other daughter on her own, and she made it very clear she was happy to raise this child on her own and wouldn't let me see her. I mean, this is abuse.
Yeah,
Like, this is
terrible.
terrible.
This is an abuser.
Which is interesting that you say that because when I was talking to Oliver, I was like kind of trying to say basically that, like, okay, she's isolating you. We all know that's, and he was like, yeah, recently when I've talked to some of my friends, and Oliver did say that he's been talking to people again and reached out to friends again. So the good news is that Oliver is talking to friends again. And he was like, and they'll describe it as abuse. And I'm like, I guess I see where you're coming from, but I know what she's like, and I know what, like, he's trying to be so understanding of her, even as he acknowledges that he's like, yeah. And I was like, Oliver,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want your kid to be in this relationship.
No,
Yeah.
this is abuse.
So you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, and just,
Yeah,
Oh,
she
Oliver.
really shut down the kink world for him.
very
Yes.
controlling.
Yeah.
Oh, and it gets worse.
Oh, God. Okay.
She used to wake me up at 3 a.m. to argue when I had work the next day. Well, yeah, because she's going to work at 3 o'clock in the morning to fuck her manager.
I gotta go in early.
She's like, ding dong.
Yeah.
You need to fight. I'm about to go fuck.
I need a pair of red underwear and I need to go to the office in the dead of night.
Ugh.
Horrible, horrible arguments that should have been relationship ending. I just said yes to everything she asked. I stopped getting any notifications on my phone.
He
Because
literally
she
just
didn't
turned
like-
yeah, she didn't like the idea of him texting anybody, anything. So he just was like, I turned every notification I could off so that she wouldn't.
Ooh.
I deleted every app she asked me to. I wasn't talking to anybody anymore, just her.
Okay, so she's a narcissist.
And just so controlling. And also, if you're asking me to delete applications and you are a regular Snapchat user,
Yeah, right.
And this
Come
was at the beginning of
on.
their
we're
relationship.
experiencing some imbalance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That
it's
was-
like that was the beginning.
was.
So he told her like, "Hey, I'm into the kink community, whatever." And she kind of early on, if you remember, was like, "If you ever cheated, it would be over." She was like always just like, "You shouldn't have friends, especially not female friends. Delete every app." So she was like just from the get-go not cool about friendship. And then they get pregnant kind of early on. And so as soon as she got pregnant, she was like, well, now I have your daughter. And if you ever step out of line, I'll make sure you don't see your kid. So there's this like thing to hold over his head.
Oh my
Using
God.
the daughter as a way to shame him.
So
Ew,
awful. And also not fair to
horrible.
your daughter.
No.
Just gross.
Oliver was so isolated. She was my only friend.
Oh,
There was a good
jeez.
8 years where she was my only social contact outside of work.
Oh my God.
Oh gosh.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It is like the isolation is so like, it's like, because so much of this is how does someone who is very clearly very intuitive and very
Mhm.
smart and has an emotional intelligence. And then it's like, Oliver, what are you doing? And then that to me, that's how it's like
Yeah.
the isolation.
You got isolated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Oh,
awful.
he's so kind.
I know. Oliver, what is your current relationship status?
Yeah.
I'm not in a situation where I can see anyone, but I do think that for my next relationship, I'd like to be polyamorous. Honestly, before I met my wife, I figured that was the logical way for me to be in a relationship, but she was not interested. Yes.
Yeah,
seems
yeah,
right.
that makes
That
sense.
seems
That
apparent
tracks.
to me that she was
Yeah.
not interested.
Mm-hmm.
I think my life was heading down that track before monogamy kind of derailed it.
Hit me like a truck with monogamy.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Fuck me
It
up.
seems like the right fit for me romantically and sexually.
Yeah.
That seems right.
Yeah.
I'm in the camp of wanting Oliver to have people around.
I need him.
Again,
You
I will
can
say
be like, fuck him or don't.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I just
community.
be around.
He
Yeah.
absolutely did tell me that he was meeting up with a lot of friends again and try like a lot of those friendships that he had put aside, he was starting to.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And it seems like his
Okay,
friends
good.
were not as like again, it's 8 years is a long time to just like
Yeah.
all of a sudden try to pick up a relationship up again. But he seemed like it was in a lot of ways and for a lot of relationships working. Like even
That's good.
there was so much that he and I talked about. And there was like a woman who was one of the ones he mentioned kind of got away that I didn't include in this. But he was like, oh, I talked to her again. And unfortunately, like she had been single while I was with my wife and she just started dating somebody. But like now we're just kind of being friends and it's really nice. And I was like, okay, we got some good forward growth for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
that's wonderful. I'm very happy to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still living with my ex. I've got a kid to think about, and I need to make sure everything stays civil between my ex and I so that we have the best possible chance of good co-parenting after I move out. So he's going to move out. She's going to have to start doing a little bit more around the house, it seems.
Someone's going to have to wash your underwear.
Yeah.
And
And I sort of feel like I know it's not going to be her. I don't know who it's going to be.
Yeah.
I think she probably planned on it being her manager, but then he got viral meningitis. So it's like, he can't.
Oh my God.
can't do it. He's preoccupied.
Yeah.
It's going to be the first time I've lived on my own in 25 years. It's not going to be the same because I'm 50 now and it's a different world,
Uh-huh.
but I intend to start seeing people again. There are a few people I'm interested in. Oh, great to have a crush.
Good.
A few too. I'm like,
Yeah, that's great.
Cute.
Great. He's got a list.
That's exciting.
I'd very much like the door to my bedroom to be a revolving door once again.
that was like the last thing he said. And I was like,
He's
what
such
a
a
line.
poet.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I love that.
I just love the idea of him finally getting like his own place, laying on a bed, and just a person comes in. He's like, okay. And
Yeah.
then the person goes, he's like, all right. Like, I was like, I
Yeah.
hope that for you, actually. Like,
I
I
hope
know
so
you're doing a
too.
joke. He was like being, again, cheeky, but I was like, that's so
Drinking his
cute.
little hot toddy.
Oh,
tea.
I
Come
hope.
on.
Tea,
Yeah.
sipping.
Oh my
Mhm.
God, I hope.
There's like a fireplace.
Oh,
PG
yeah.
tips and a little.
Idyllic.
Ugh.
Yes.
And that's Oliver.
Wow.
You guys, the sweetest man.
He's so sweet.
We couldn't be rooting
I
harder for you,
love
Oliver.
him.
So sweet. I'm so sorry he had to find that underwear and those Snapchats.
I know.
That's horrible. Snapchat. That is such a dagger.
I
Yeah.
don't think you should go through someone's phone, but I do think that you should get like the equivalent of an Amber Alert on your phone if your partner downloads Snapchat.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
It's so
Yeah.
magical to see someone move through the world and not be consumed by the idea of like score settling.
Mm.
And then it is also, if we had a world of only Olivers, like society would crumble.
Yeah,
We
oh,
couldn't get
crumble.
through the day. It would not be good.
No.
Absolutely. It is so nice to meet somebody like him though and talk to somebody and be like, oh yeah, you just have this like genuine desire to be a good person to people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It gives a lot of hope.
Nora, thank you so much for
Yeah,
doing
thank you.
this.
Thank you both for having me. I had such a delightful
This was so
Yay,
much
this
fun.
was so fun.
Will you plug your podcast and your book and anything else that you have?
I am on We're Obsessed on the Ringer Dish feed
So
with
good.
my dear darling Jodie Walker. Every late Thursday, early Friday morning is when that goes out. And I co-host a music podcast called Every Single Album with my friend Nathan Hubbard. And that is also released late Thursday night, early Fridays morning, wherever you get your podcasts.
And your book.
And I wrote a book called Hit Girls about the pop stars of the 2000s that came out this summer and is available anywhere you get books.
Lovely.
You
Such
guys
as
go
Linda
buy
has.
it. Go
Except
get
I
it.
don't think Hudson News.
Not
yet.
Hudson
Oh,
News.
okay.
We haven't
Yes,
broached that
yes,
market. We'll work on
Once
it.
you get
Yeah,
your
we're gonna
points from
work
the
there.
divorce, you can use them.
Yeah.
We'll get them.
Oh, we'll get them. We'll get you
Thank you
there.
so much
Yeah,
again.
thank you.
This was so much fun.
This was
Thank you,
great.
guys.
If you're interested in us sharing your business anonymously on our next episode or just want to drop us a line, email us at noneofmybusinesspodcast@gmail.com. None of My Business is hosted by me, Sophia Benoit, and my co-host, Kelsey June Jensen. Our supervising producer is Justin Sales. Additional production by Sasha Ashal, Austin Gale, and Juliana Ress. Video editing and production by Kayla Talley. Social media support comes from Austin Gale, Kayla Talley, and Sasha Ashal. Special thanks go to Jonathan Ratliff, Hannah Lakin, John Richter, Belle Roman, and Alea Zaniris. Art direction by David Shoemaker. Motion design by Skull Closet Studio. Photography by Kyle Smithers. Hair by Issa Wilson. If you enjoyed today's show, like and subscribe, follow, or leave us a 5-star review. If you didn't like today's episode, well, that's none of our business.